and keep spinning. Do I start? Okay. Good morning. My name is Adrian Silva, and today I will be presenting Integrated Math 2 PoL and Chemistry. On originally 3-4. Right here is my homework completion chart, and if you look at them, I did pretty good except for homework 6 and 7 because I I didn't like I didn't start to get lazy, but I just couldn't find them and I forgot about it. I tried at the end, but I should have done it more in the beginning when you told us about it. And I did complete my homework, and I understand all of it. It's just that I couldn't get to it. And right here is my assessment score chart. Um, I completed all my test corrections, and I looked at my notes and got help from some of my classmates on few. Oh, it was on a few questions I got incorrect. I got help from Alan mostly because he's pretty smart, and sometimes Andres because they're by me and I don't want to go up across the room to ask one question. And I figured out my mistakes by reviewing the problem again and looking back at my notes. How I kept my A, I studied a lot before the test, and I just kept looking at my notes and made sure I knew it, and I taught it to people. And when I taught it to people, it made me learn it even more because you can't teach something to someone if you don't know it really, really good. And I asked questions on things I didn't know. And the ones that I did the worst was Essential Skill 1, Learning Target 1.1, which was relationship between lines and planes. Well, I got mixed up with the skew lines because the definition of skew is when it's not coplanar, which means it's not on the same plane, and they're parallel. And that got me confused because on three-dimensional objects, I got confused with all the lines. And also the justification for alternate interior, alternate exterior, and corresponding and consecutive angles. Right here is part of Learning Target 1.1. You can see right here I did really good on the test. I got everything right, but that's because they didn't have any skew lines. And then right here on the test, the only thing I got mixed up on was I got the justification right because I knew what it was, but I didn't put the right answer. I was a little bit off because I put it NO. I put it skewed to MP, but it was supposed to be RS because MP is on the same plane as NO. So that got me confused, so I ended up getting that one wrong. And then this is the other half of Learning Target 1.1. And in the beginning, when we took the quiz, I had no idea how to justify. At first, I just had the answer, and I had to correct it by writing the justification. But when I memorized each justification for each one of the angles, I got a really good score on the test from that because I studied. And this is my reflection. I think that I do deserve the grade that I got because it reflects on what I knew, but I think I could have done better because right now I don't think I have a solid A. If I were to get a C on something, it would go down to a B because I have A minuses right here and a B. I could have got the B to an A if I would have done my homework, but I just couldn't get it. So I don't think it's completely accurate because I could have done better if I would have just tried more. Thank you for your time. I'll move to chemistry. Start?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my chemistry PoL, and I'm in period 6-8. Today it will be what I did the most, the worst on was Unit 1, which was probably the easiest one. I made really small mistakes. And the first piece of Unit 1 is 1A. Students will be able to explain the effects of random molecular motion in random molecular motion of molecules in a gas. And basically what that is random molecular motion is like when you spray something like Febreze, the scientists still don't know where it's going to go exactly. It just goes everywhere. That's why it's called random molecular motion, because it's random. And with this, you have to know that when something's cold, it has less pressure, and when something's hot, it has more pressure. Which is why if you inflate a tire when it's cold, when it gets hot, it's going to expand the tire and it could possibly blow up. And right here is my evidence from my test, and I did get it right. It was when a cold tire is inflated to a certain pressure, then is warmed up due to friction with the road, the pressure increases. This happens because, and I put C, air molecules speed up and collide with the tire of the walls more often. And this one, it's 1B. I don't know what this means. Swore back.
Students will be able to.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay. Students will be able to apply the gas laws to relations between the pressure, temperature, and volume of any amount of ideal gas or any mixtape of ideal gases. And this is mainly math involved with it, but you just need to know which one's which. And the equation that you need to know is P1 times V1 over T1 equals P2 times V2 over T2. And the P equals pressure, the V equals volume, T equals temperature. And you have to know that initial is 1 because they give you 2 of each. If they give you if you're solving for temperature, and they won't give you the temperature, they'll give you the pressure and volume for both sides and the temperature for the initial. And most of the time you're looking for the final one. And also you need to know that standard pressure is 1 atm and standard temperature is 273 Kelvin. And this one is 1C. Students will be able to explain the values and meanings of standard temperature and pressure. This one was pretty easy. The main thing you needed to know was 22.4 liters equals 1 mole, and 1 mole equals 22.4 liters. Yeah. This one was probably the easiest one, but I know that you did this on purpose, that you put 573, because we would get mixed up with adding it. Because to find Kelvin, you need to add 273 to Celsius. So right here, what I did was I subtracted it. But yeah, that's basically what you need to know. That Celsius is Kelvin minus 273, and Kelvin is Celsius plus 273. Okay, and this is 1E. Students will be able to solve problems by using the ideal gas law in the form of pivot. And the P in there equals pressure, V equals volume, N equals moles, R equals constant, and T equals temperature. For the test, I memorized all the constants, but I don't think I know them right now. Because you gave it to us for the finals, because we didn't have to memorize it, and that's the evidence right there. Oh, thank you. Do you have any questions?
Alright, you can turn off the video and then